something inside the Warriors locker room just snapped, and the players finally stopped pretending everything was fine. The strange part, it wasn't a blowout loss or a bad shooting night that caused the break. It was something far more dangerous. The truth they'd been avoiding for months. Jimmy Butler was the first one to crack the silence. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't point fingers. He just dropped a line that hit the Warriors like a punch to the ribs. Everyone has a personal agenda. And certain agendas are getting people run out of the building. Draymond Green didn't bother to soften it either. He doubled down, talking about guys who don't take matchups personally, who drop their intensity the second the offense doesn't go their way. These weren't random frustrations, these were warnings, and everyone listening knew exactly who they were aimed at, because the comments weren't about the team as a whole. They were circling just one name they refused to speak out loud, a player everyone knows is overflowing with talent, but drowning in frustration. The message wasn't subtle, it was aimed straight at Jonathan Kuminga. The defensive lapses, the inconsistent effort, the body language that sours when the touches dry up. Those weren't accusations, they were patterns the entire league has noticed. But this didn't erupt overnight. The tension has been brewing for far longer than the Warriors want to admit. Months before the season started, Kuminga already wanted out. He wasn't hiding it, not behind the scenes, not in private conversations, and definitely not from the front office. He felt misused, overlooked, and treated like an afterthought. When he played well, he still got benched. When he showed flashes of being the best athlete on the roster, the minutes evaporated anyway. He asked for a fresh start, and the Warriors responded by slamming every exit door shut. And that's where the story twists. The reason they refused to let him leave had nothing to do with faith or belief. It was strategy. The team low-balled him just enough to control his future. Restricted free agency meant he couldn't walk away freely. His contract wasn't designed to reward him. It was designed to match salaries later, when the team was ready to flip him into the next trade package. Kuminga didn't need anyone to spell it out. He could see it clearly. He wasn't a future building block. He was a chess piece. But the blame doesn't sit on the players alone. A huge part of this collapse traces straight back to Steve Kerr. For years, his rotations with Kuminga made no sense. No rhythm, no consistency, no real development curve. Kuminga would erupt for 20 points with Steph out, then find himself benched in the clutch. Meanwhile, older, less athletic players were gifted minutes because they fit the system. That double standard didn't just mess with Kuminga, it fractured the trust inside the entire locker room. Teammates notice when the most explosive player on the roster gets punished for thriving. And now, all of that old damage is bubbling to the surface. Butler's talking about fight dropping. Draymond's talking about guys waiting for help instead of taking pride in their matchups. Both are describing the same problem, a team that doesn't fully believe in each other anymore. The Warriors didn't just stumble into a slow start, they stumbled into consequences. And here's the real issue, there's no clean fix. Kuminga is too talented to bench, too expensive to hide, too frustrated to stay quiet, and too valuable as a trade asset to casually ship out. The veterans are aging. The system relies on chemistry that isn't there. Kerr is trying to win now, while also pretending this roster is built for both the present and the future. It isn't, and the cracks are showing. The truth is simple. The Warriors don't have a drama problem. They have an identity crisis. A dynasty built on unity and selflessness is now wrestling with clashing agendas, mismatched roles, and a young star who feels boxed in by the very organization that says it believes in him. If they don't fix the fractures soon, this won't end with harsh comments or cryptic interviews. It'll end with a breakup no one can walk back. Because the next headline won't just be about effort, it'll be about who's still wearing a Warriors jersey when the dust settles.